Hey guys, this is your girl Jennifer Land, the Crown Jewel, and I am back with another YouTube video. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So today I am coming to you guys with another prophetic word from the Lord. As always, I must tell you, anytime you hear a prophetic word from the Lord, always take it back to Him to see if that word is in fact for you, because not every word is for everyone. So, the name of this video is You Are Their Only Hope. You are their only hope. And so today, God gave me in a dream to read Titus 1 and 1. And so it reads, Paul, a bond servant of God and apostle, which is a special messenger of Jesus Christ the Messiah, to stimulate and promote the faith of God's chosen ones and to lead them on to accurate discernment and recognition of acquaintance with the truth which belongs to and harmonizes with and tends to godliness. So that is Titus 1. God is basically telling you guys, I am just a messenger. He has called me to deliver this message to you guys. I have so many other videos that I have to get loaded up and do, upload and do, but God had me to do and deliver this message. So if there is anyone that have a problem with this message, please take it back to the Lord, because I can only give you guys what He gives me. Okay, so here we go. So after I read Titus 1 and 1, I closed my eyes for a second. Well, let me go back. I closed my eyes. Okay, yeah, I closed my eyes for a second and I heard in the spirit, her person lost his life out here. Her person lost his life out here. And so when I opened up my eyes, God had literally just highlighted my entire iPad with Titus 1 and 13. So Titus 1 and 13 reads, and this account of them is really true. Because it is true, rebuke them sharply, deal sternly, even severely with them, so that they may be sound in faith and free of error. So basically, God is giving you guys a warning at this point. There are many kingdom spouses that are supposed to be believing and standing for their kingdom spouses that are out here in the world, that are prodigals, that have been held, they are being held captive of the enemy. You guys are supposed to be standing, believing, praying, fasting, all these different things for your spouse, whatever God has told you to do. You know you're supposed to be doing it. Now, there's a number of spouses out here, they have given up. A lot of believing spouses, they have said, and I've even seen it in the comments, they are throwing in the towel. They can't do it anymore. They don't want anything to do with their spouses, XYZ, because of the hurt, the pain. They're tired of waiting year after year, month after month, whatever the case may be. And so, again, God is giving you guys a warning that these spouses need you guys right now. There are a lot of these spouses, they're out in the world, they're under heavy attack by the enemy. And so the enemy is even sending in people to try to keep them bound, to try to keep them under this demonic influence. And so many of them, they don't have anybody praying for them. They don't have anybody believing that they can change and God can do a thing in their life. And a lot of times when we don't have anybody praying for us, the enemy is going to step in and just take over. I know you guys have heard people say It is only because my grandmother was praying for me. It is only because of the prayers of my mom that I was able to have grace and the mercy of God. I was able to come over this. I was able to overcome that. I was out in the streets doing XYZ, but it is because of the prayers of people in my family, because of my wife, grandmother, mom, whoever, my grandfather, my father. It is because of the prayers of these people that saved me, because God heard their prayers. So it is the same thing. It is the exact same thing where these spouses, they need your prayers. They don't have anybody else. A lot of them, like I've spoke about in past videos, they are surrounded around people that are practicing witchcraft. This is people in their families, people that they've met on the streets, counterfeits, friends, all of these people that are they're living for the kingdom of darkness. And so basically, the Lord is basically warning you. The Lord is basically warning you, you're supposed to be standing. He has given you guys, your spouses, as your assignment. And so, again, this is coming from the Lord. So, you have to take this back to the Lord. You guys know who you are. You know, if you've been the ones that have been saying, I am done. I want nothing to do with my spouse. They've put me through this, they've put me through that. I can't take anymore. Basically, the blood is on your hands. And I hate to say it that way, but this is your assignment. This is your assignment. And so you have to take this back to the Lord. But at the end of the day, these spouses need you. God needs you to be obedient to what He has told you to do, and that is to cover your spouse. You should be covering your spouse. Now, granted, many of us, we get tired. Like I told you guys before, I have times where I really amp it up in prayer for my spouse. Sometimes I may just do, short prayers. And then I have days where I may not pray at all. And I'm not going to tell you guys that, because everything that may work for me may not work for everybody else. But at the end of the day, I am consistently covering my spouse. But sometimes life gets in the way. I get exhausted, and God knows that, but He knows that I have not stopped believing. He knows that I am still covering my spouse, even when I am just God is just speaking to me in the spirit. He knows my heart. So I understand, the Lord understand. There's going to be times where, you just feel exhausted and you got to take, a break for a couple of days a week, 2 weeks, whatever the case may be, but don't stay gone too long from covering your spouse. The Lord has given you a job to do. These spouses, some of them are in real trouble. And, I hate to say it, but if, let's just say, your spouse ends up losing his life because they're out there in the world, you hear that they've lost their life, and you realize, okay, they've lost their life. They could have given um their lives to the Lord based on your prayers. They could have made a turnaround, but because you have given up. Now, when the Lord say that they lost their life, this could be spiritually, where God is just permanently turning them over to a reprobate mind, or they could literally lose their life. Like, that could be it. God is ending it. They're not a part of this world anymore. If you knew that you could have had something to do with that in terms of helping your spouse, but now it's too late because you have said, I'm not doing this anymore. They have literally, physically, spiritually lost their life, and they're gone from this life. If you knew that you could have made a difference and you decided not to do that, think about how that's going to make you feel. Because at the end of the day, God has called us to be able to help save souls, to help save souls. So this go beyond kingdom marriage. And that's why I keep saying it to you guys. This is about saving a life at this point. So I would like to know how you guys, feel about this. Take it back to the Lord. Like I said, every situation is different. But I did a video the other day about how somebody in the comments, and like I said, I asked you guys, to comment because I want to hear how you guys feel. But the Lord is watching all of this. He's watching all of this, and He's asking you guys to hang in there. Now, there's many people who have decided they're permanently done. They're walking away from this situation and they're saying, I'll just start over. I'm going to start dating somebody else. I'm going to find me a new husband. I'm going to find me a new wife. I hate to tell you guys, and this is not me even wishing anything bad on you, but it's not going to work out. When God has something in place for your life, you cannot override the plans of God and think that you're going to win in that situation. So basically, you can go on and do that if that's what you're choosing to do. But all you're going to do is waste time. You're going to delay your kingdom love story. You're probably going to end up even getting hurt in the process. Again, God knows, and this is why I believe this is why I believe. I can only talk about what I believe. This is why I believe that God has only created one person for us because he knows exactly what we need. You think that if you decide to try to overstep God's plan, you go get with another person, which is a counterfeit. You don't know what you're getting involved with. This person can do XYZ. You're overstepping. You're overstepping basically bounds when it comes to God. You're overstepping. This person, they end up doing XYZ. You're coming into agreement with possibly getting hurt, having this happen, that happen. You've taken God out of the situation. Now, God is, even though you've went through certain things with your kingdom spouse, God knows their potential. He knows where they're going, where they're going to be, what they're going to be like at the end of this journey. When it's time for you guys to come together, He knows the person that's right for you. We think that we know who's right for us, and we are wrong. We are so wrong. So I urge you guys, if you think that you're going to start over and start just dating somebody new, you got it twisted. That's all I can tell you guys. You have it twisted. I remember not long ago, I got mad, and I've been in separation from my spouse, but I found out some information and I got upset about it. I was like, Lord, you know what? I just want you to give me somebody else. I just want to date somebody else. I don't feel like going through this. I've already been waiting and standing. And so, as I told you, a lot of times, and this was a conversation that I had with God at night. That was like part of my prayer or whatever. And so the next morning when I woke up, usually when I'm just waking up, that's when God will start speaking in the spirit. And he was basically telling me that he granted my wish and that I have a new husband. And I'm like, what? No, that was quick, Lord. I got a new husband, so I don't have to stand for this person no more. I said, "Oh my God." He said, "Yeah, you got a brand new husband." And he gave me the person's name. And guess what name he gave me? My same kingdom spouse. So again, you cannot override the plans of God. You're not going to win. So again, I ask you guys to go before the Lord. At this point, I feel like some of you guys even you owe the Lord an apology because you are choosing to now side with the kingdom of darkness. And we already know the of darkness is not going to win at anything. So again, these spouses need you. This is what the Lord has given me. And take it back to the Lord, guys. I said I did a video, I think a day or two ago, and it was titled something along the lines about, after all that they've done to me, I don't want my kingdom spouse or something like that. I don't have the exact title, but basically you're done with your kingdom spouse after everything that they've done to you. The Lord, again, He is watching all of this. And this is why He has given me this word today. I was supposed to be doing something else today. I was supposed to be resting in bed because I'm under the weather, but I was still going to upload a video, and God had me to do this. So, guys, take it back to the Lord. But the Lord is telling you that these spouses need your help, because some of them, they are in serious trouble. And this is what the enemy wants you to do. He wants you to throw in the towel. And like I said, if you guys don't know anything about the kingdom of heaven, when it comes to your words and actions, you saying, if you have said, I am done. I don't want nothing to do with my spouse. I'm not standing. I'm tired of XYZ. Encourage you to go before the Lord. And once you go before the Lord and have your time with Him, that you renounce what you have said. Because, like I said, now the enemy can use that against you to go full blown and have a full-blown attack on your spouse. And these spouses, they're already dealing with enough. They're dealing with, and I'm not by any means, I don't want you guys to think that, I'm disregarding how you guys feel. And it's just about, taking up for these kingdom spouses. At the end of the day, we're talking about a soul, lost souls. God has a call on a lot of their lives. A lot of these people are supposed to have ministries. They're going to be delivering people. They're going to be saving people. They're going to be encouraging and motivating people. You're supposed to be a part of that process. But if you're saying that you're going to give up, now everything that God has planned for your spouse individually, for you individually, for you guys as a unit, now all of that has been disrupted because you have decided to throw in the towel. So, guys, take it back to the Lord. That's all that I can tell you. But this is what He has given me today. And again, many of these spouses, they are in serious trouble. They're meeting people out in the world, they're being introduced to all types of things. Somebody asked me in the comments to do a deep dive on I think demonic possessions or something like that. So I'm going to be even looking into that. It may take a while to put together. So I'm going to take it back to the Lord and see what He tells me, but a lot of these spouses, like I said, they're in serious trouble, and it's full-blown attacks from the enemy and his demons, and they are being possessed with demonic spirits, just to let you guys know. So that is it. That is all, guys. Let's have some conversation in the comments. I would love to hear, after you guys have went before the Lord, that you are going to keep pushing, that you're going to get back in the game and keep believing. You're going to keep standing for your spouse. You're going to keep doing the work of the Lord like He has called you to do, and that you're going to keep having faith and covering your spouse. You are committed. So that is it. That is all. This is your girl, Jennifer Land, the Crown Jewel, and I will talk with you guys next time.